Hello friends, welcome once again to Andy Tech Server channel. If you're new to my channel, please kindly hit the subscribe button, like, and then share this video. This video is gonna be another important topic on cybersecurity. So don't forget to share with your friends. Right now, so today the topic is gonna be safe browsing habit. Now, when you meet people on the street, when you meet people in the bus, right, almost 90% of the people you meet out there have their heads on their phones, right? They bow down their heads and they are browsing. Now, we hear of people getting their information compromised. I mean, their information out there leaked. We also hear of stories where people end up getting their computers, iPads, phones, etc. compromised. And one thing we should know and understand is all these happen on the internet, right? So there are bad people out there trying to find ways and means to gather sensitive information from all those who visit the internet. So I always make a statement that whenever you browse, right, be intentional. Make sure whatever link you're clicking on, whatever website you're browsing, make sure you really know what you're doing. Because the little mistake the little mistake from you, trust me, is gonna end you in hot waters, right? So I'm gonna share some tips on the best way you can be sure that you're dealing with the right website or you're being safe online. So once again, make sure you share, make sure you also subscribe, right? Now, the tip for safe browsing. The first one I want to talk about is secure websites, which is really, 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 really important. Now, many browsers, many browsers and also many websites we browse now, in one way or the other, try to get some information from us. Let's say you want to purchase something on Amazon, right? On Target, or even you've seen something you want to purchase online. Let's say you want to take some certification online. In fact, about 90% of the websites we visit or we browse, in one way or the other, try to get some information from us. So you really want to be careful, right? And be sure the browser you're browsing, one, and also you also want to be sure that the information you're providing to a browser, is gonna be secure. Now, someone would ask, how would I know the browser I'm sorry, how would I know the website I'm browsing is a secure website? Now, the first thing is, now in the URL, I'm gonna show an expression to explain what I'm saying, right? Now, in the URL, where you see www.blablabla.com, make sure that you see HTTPS. So how would you find that? Whenever you try to browse a website, click on the URL, right? So when you click on the URL, it's going to show the full URL for you to see. Now, at the far left, that's when you see the protocol, the HTTPS. Now, giving a little information about HTTPS, is an abbreviated form or word that stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure. Now, what is that? Initially, it was HTTP, but now it's HTTPS. Now, HTTP Hypertext Transfer Protocol is basically a protocol, right, that guides the communication between your browser and the website you're trying to browse, right? Now, when I say protocol basically is a networking term or jargon that stands for sets of rules, right? Now, this is what happens when you try to browse any kind of website. Your browser, being it Google Chrome, Microsoft Edge, etc., they send a request to a server of that particular website. I'm not really gonna go much into technical details, right? But basically, your browser tries to communicate with the website. Now, the set of rules governing the communication between your browser and then the website is what we term as the HTTP, right? Now, initially, like I said, it was HTTP, But those IT gurus realized it's not secure enough, and so they decided to add an encryption. So that's why now it is HTTPS, right? Now, what is the S doing? Now, pretty much the S in it, which is the secure, ensures that any kind of information that is shared between your browser and that particular website, any kind of information shared is secure. And how do they secure it? They secure it by encryption, right? By encrypting the information. All right. Now, what am I trying to say? Whenever you visit a website and you realize that the URL doesn't have the S, that is HTTPS, you really want to be careful with the information you share on that particular website. Because without the S, it shows that whatever communication the browser is having with the website, it's not encrypted, right? And so you really want to be careful with that. Those are the ways bad actors can intercept the communication, and then they can steal your information. Now let me just give you a little study here. This is what happens when the URL or that particular website has a secure, that's HTTPS. Like I said earlier, it means the information that's being shared, the communication between the browser and then the website is secured, right? It's being encrypted. Now, even when a bad actor finds a way to intercept the communication, the information shared is still encrypted, right? And it's being encrypted with a public key. I don't want to go there, right? It's too technical. So it makes it difficult for the bad actor to be able to unencrypt or decrypt and then try to get the information. But if the website is HTTP, then with that, there's no encryption, right? So in case, let's say, for example, you've visited a website and it's requested for information like um, your date of birth, your full name, social security number, etc. You know, if it is HTTP, it means it's not encrypted, right? Now, what's gonna happen if a bad actor or a hacker finds a way to intercept the communication? Then it means all those information you've shared, you know, they can get access to them. So please be careful whenever you're browsing the internet, right? When you want to visit any particular website, make sure the website has HTTPS. That's ideal. Also, make sure at the right beside the HTTPS, right? Make sure you check the URL to see if there's a padlock sign right at the left side. Now, what does that padlock sign mean? The padlock sign also gives further information that proves or shows that yes, this particular website is HTTPS, right? The protocol being used is HTTPS, right? So also always look out for that particular padlock sign. Now, aside that, the padlock also shows authentication. Now, what does that mean? There's a body called Certificate Authority, right? So they issue certificate for websites, they validate websites and make sure they prove or they show that this particular website is genuine and not fake. Why is this necessary? Many bad actors out there, they've come up with dubious ways and means to clone website. What does cloning mean? So they make a direct replica of a particular original official website, right? And so if you're not somebody who looks for these details or information I've shared, then once you see the colors, because the colors and then the aesthetics part looks, the appearance looks like the original website, you end up providing your information, right? Meanwhile, when if you had paid attention to the URL and those padlock sign I'm mentioning here, then you would be sure this thing is genuine or not. Because trust me, every serious website that request for personal information from its customers would have HTTPS. So that is something you want to note. And like I said, it's going to show with that padlock sign, you show that this particular website is highly authenticated. and also the communication, shared is encrypted. Then you're safe. That is important. Now, one main thing also is browser extensions. Now, browser extensions, they are basically tools that helps in making your browsing experience faster, easier, etc. Example, there's an extension, browser extension in Google Chrome, where you can just, with that extension installed, you can download videos directly from YouTube, right? So there are lots of extensions out there. Now, because extensions help make browsing experience easier and faster, these bad actors, they've also come up with their own extensions. So one advice is, make sure whenever you want to install an extension, make sure you visit the official web store, right? For instance, let's say if you want to download an extension for Google Chrome has its own embedded web store or extension store. So when you go there, you can just download the extension from there. Avoid downloading extensions through third parties, right? That is not safe. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is, I always say this, avoid clicking on verified or unknown links. Before you click on any random link on the internet, make sure you know what you're doing. One thing that's also going to help, I mentioned this in my previous video. Make sure before you click on any link, hover the mouse pointer on the link, and it's going to reveal the full URL, right, of that particular website. Once that is revealed, make sure the protocol is HTTPS. Then you're sure this is a legitimate website, right? When you receive emails and you don't really know who the sender is, and it comes with links, please be careful. Make sure you always verify emails that come with links, especially from the sender. Before, if you have to click on the link, you do that. But always take that 1 or 2 minutes to think about what you're doing and the consequences it can have on you and your life, right? So this has been some tidbits on how you can be safe when browsing on the internet. Like I said earlier, many people have found their information being compromised, their computers being compromised by just little mistakes, right, on the internet. Trust me, the internet is good, but it's dangerous. So you really want to be careful when browsing the internet, right? I always say make sure you are intentional whenever you're browsing the internet. God richly bless you all for your audience. Please, this is a valuable information. Don't be selfish with it. Make sure you share with your friends, and then don't forget to subscribe, like, and then leave a comment. And I'll really appreciate that. God bless you once again, and all the best. Bye.